Survival games. You've played them, I've played them, and if you haven't played them, just think of doing your everyday actions, but take that with a twist of dinosaurs, cocaine, blocks, and women that you can actually interact with and apply it to your real life. That is what a survival game is for dummies that somehow haven't heard of games like Minecraft. Today we'll be taking a look at the art of survival games. Whether that's placing blocks and having a black man steal it from you, or having a T-Rex shoot lasers from its saddle, survival games have been some of the biggest games in the industry. And why is that? Could it be that the games themselves are incredibly well made with no bugs or glitches? That can't be. Could it be that there's actual women to interact with or dreams to be fulfilled? No, silly, but you wish, don't you? Let's dive into what makes survival games so addictive and interesting within the shitty gaming industry, and see how they connect with the players.
Fucking came in this fucking room!
Well, it starts with our ape human brains and our ancestors, those monkeys all the way back in the Mesopotamian, whatever the fuck, what was the era called? No, I'm not talking about, like, modern day black people, sorry, I can't say that. Where's the script? Hang on. Gotta find the script. Where, that's the racist script, nope. Okay, I got it. It starts with our ancestor who developed a need for satisfaction and progress. When humans see progress of something we desire, we gain satisfaction. Every time I get 1% closer from not having a score of 28 in my math AP class, I gain satisfaction, but still have a big dose of 78% depression. It all comes down to our developed ape brains and our need for making progress towards a goal. Whenever a woman breaks up with you, it's hard to start over because you've made so much progress and have to restart. Or how about when America swears to become a better country, but ends up with Sleepy Joe for a president? It's all about the progress, and with the rise of video games, we have so much progress at the tip of our fingers, that at the end of the day, this progress means nothing in these games. These are just virtual simulations that are meant to satisfy our need for progression. However, us humans can't resist progression in video games. That's why we have stuff like leveling up and increasing your skill at a game, so you can trash talk that one guy who claimed to have screwed your mother in 2009 and gave birth to you, and is apparently trash talking his own son, I suppose.
You know what I do? Shut the fuck up! You fucking you know you're hacking. You fucking you're a fucking pussy. People like you suck. You're a fucking loser of life. You fucking pussy. Fuck you. What? I don't have to leave you fucking. Fuck you! Go to hell, you fucking n***! Fuck you! Fuck you, n***! Fuck you! You're a fucking n***! Fuck you!
Quite a weird dynamic, actually. We all play games for that combination dose of fun and progression. It could be any genre of games, single-player games. You would be progressing through the story and seeing the only likable character die for the 50th time again. Or maybe it's an FPS shooter, where you level up and unlock the ACR to wreck that one noob in your lobby who claimed to be the #1 Warzone ranked player, but ended up actually being a cheater. I mean, they were a woman, so I'm not really surprised. Whatever the genre may be, we will always see progress, and video games are a prime example at making progress. Every human desires to be the best they can be and achieve their goals before they eventually die. And no, they don't have attack, insert, and respawn in the library, unfortunately. However, what they do have is the progression within their life. From a fetus within the womb who would either get spawn killed with the overpowered weapon of abortion, or officially begins a campaign where they progress through their own character arcs and story. If you weren't born around the 80s or after that, then you know what it's like to be addicted to video games. Because people who are above the age of 30 apparently can't play games, because, you know, that's illegal. What a boomer, said the Fortnite troglodyte living under the bridge after a failed esports career. It's important to see progression in our lives. Getting a girlfriend or losing your official V-Buck card. Just kidding, that'll never happen to like 99% of us. We all want to see progression in our lives. We all have different passions that we want to progress in our skill in, but there's one specific industry that fabricates a false sense of progression in life. This specific industry is known as the infamous gaming industry. The gaming industry has many games that satisfy our need for progression, which in turn doesn't allow us to feel the need to better ourselves in real life, thus explaining why there aren't many gamers who feel the need to go out and lose their V-Buck card, but rather spend time losing their brain cells and dignity in video games like Call of Duty, aka me. There's a specific niche and genre of games that has perfected our human desires and goals of progression. This niche genre of games like Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, and DayZ, and so much more have fed on our desire for progression. These games are called survival games. You've probably heard of them here and there. These are experiences created by game developers meant to simulate a fantasy world or even attempt to depict our real world with fiction elements. Games like Ark Survival attempt to fabricate a prehistoric world where humans and dinosaurs collaborate to make the hottest diss track of 8 million BC. Games like Minecraft, however, depict fantasy worlds where everything is made of blocks, even a woman's which creates interesting dynamics to our ape brains. Survival games are a genre that many people find fun and popular. The reason for this is because not every gamer is naturally born all Korean and can play competitive sweaty games for their whole life like League of Legends and Valorant. Sometimes we need a little break, which is where survival games come in. These games allow us to sit back, relax, take life easy, do anything we really want. Oh, but there's one little issue. Yeah, we got one little issue here. Yeah, the progression. Yeah, we got an issue with that. Yeah, so remember when I said how progression is a desire for, all humans, because we feel the need for it? Well, survival games feed on that big time. Forget leveling up your player to unlock that overpowered gun, because now you've better grind to feed your pet on a daily basis, or else he's going to starve to death while your character sleeps in the game on the ground passed out. Games such as Minecraft are a more relaxed experience and allow you to progress at your own pace and are less harsh to the player, they're less demanding, they're less punishing for having a life basically. This is probably why it's the most popular game ever besides Fortnite of course, the V-Buck game, and probably why so many gamers who suck at shooters play it as well, aka women. But there are also those ugly dogs of survival games who have been let out from the Hangover movie, who plan on handing an addiction platter on a plate to you and feed that desire for progression. Games like Ark Survival and Rust are popular examples of, I hate my real life, therefore I want to bond with pixels on a screen. Now, to be clear, I am not blaming anyone who is addicted to survival games, as I was once very addicted heavily. As a former troglodyte myself, I cannot so proudly say I have over 2,000 hours on Ark Survival Evolved. While it's not my proudest moment, it has given me fond memories of fictional animals and pixels on a screen that I once had, animals that I care for such as Marquavis and Lil Tavis. And yes, if you are wondering, I actually did have animals in that game that I actually named them, and I still remember to this day actually. I always had that one friend who would hit me up and message me, yo, you want to play some Ark? To which I responded with a hell no, because I knew the dangers of the addiction of survival games. I think we all usually have that friend who wants to play those cancerous survival games and waste another 1,000 hours of both of your lives just, doing the most insignificant, bullshit in the survival games. However, eventually my ape brain instincts kicked in for the need for progression, and I installed 312 gigabytes worth of space on my hard drive. I would then spend countless hours building up an overpowered army, only to reach the end of the game, and not feel any progression, which in turn caused me to lose touch with the game. I would then shortly after probably uninstall the game, and after an unhealthy amount of time playing the game, I would realize that was all just a waste of time. Then I would go to see a therapist to recover. However, my ape brain instincts would kick in and I would install it in 2 in the morning and play Ark Survival Evolved once again and grind it for another 10 hours straight. However, because I wasn't playing the survival game for so long, I would probably have been raided by this time, which would actually cause me to feel the need to restart. Because again, that sense of progression is kind of feeding your ape brain. And, Ark Survival Evolved is a very good example of that. The cycle would continue, but nowadays I have been recovering from this addiction and have been resorting to, fixing myself up by playing the not so better of a game, Call of Duty. But you know what? At least I don't have to log on daily and play it. I only play it like 2 times a week, to be honest. I don't really play Call of Duty that much, actually. There are many people who have gone through this exact same experience I have described here, where we feel the need to progress through the game only to finish it, and a few weeks later, we just decide to restart. I even knew a friend of mine who had over 5,000 hours in Ark Survival Evolved. I wonder where he is now, actually. Perhaps an asylum, maybe? I really hope that guy gets help. Oh my god. 5,000 hours on Ark is way too much. Survival games feed on our monkey brains and instincts. It's no one's fault for being addicted to something, but it is important on how we get back up. I was originally making a video talking about survival games. Now I'm just talking about how we can avoid being addicted to them by giving you a TED talk of my own. But with all seriousness, it's important to not get caught up in these virtual world simulations where we virtually simulate progression rather than making any progress in our real lives. As at the end of the day, our real lives are far more vital and important than the black monkey you tamed in Ark Survival Evolved or that random fucking Minecraft 5-year-old girlfriend you met on the internet. While I do have a soft spot for my bird and my home slice Lil Tavis, I also want to actually do something with myself, which is why I broke free from the addiction, and why I have hopefully recovered. Honestly, I'd rather do drugs than play Ark ever again, because oh my lord, that game was so addictive. At least drugs would make me feel good. Ark does nothing but make me think like, why are we still here just to suffer? It's not very rewarding. These survival games are the predators waiting to pounce on the average gamer, like an Indian call center waiting to pounce on a lurking grandma who just wants her light bulb fixed at the end of the day. Survival games are fun places where we can escape and live life peacefully, not worry about the consequences, relationships, physical pain, or headaches from your bitch of a wife complaining, or escaping your abusive father just to get abused in a game by a sweaty 500-pound behemoth player who has been playing the survival game for a year exactly of playtime. While many survival games offer a free hub to do what you please, it's always important to do what you please in life as well. If you want to become an artist and paint, then go do that. Go become an artist and paint and accomplish your dreams. But remember, if you get rejected, you should actually grow a mustache and lead an army, you know, lead a Reich, if you will. At the end of the day, survival games are neat virtual worlds to which people can escape in. You meet new people all the time and have the time of your life, but also become depressed for a week because your pet fell in lava because the navigation of the AI is not very smart because the game developers didn't put much time into that. Whatever it is that is bringing you down in a survival game, just remember it's just a game, not to focus your entire life on. However, if your real pet dies because you forgot to feed him because you were busy feeding your virtual pet, skill issue?